Hey guys, so for today I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. This chit chat get ready with me is going to be a little bit different than my usual ones. It's going to be another one of my first impression edition ones. So I'm super excited to go ahead and film that because if you watched my huge American makeup haul, you know that I've gotten like a ton of new stuff. I could probably do like 3 of these first impression get ready with me's. That's how many products I've gotten recently. I'm just going to go ahead and get ready with some new stuff and kind of do first impressions as I go along and use the products. Okay, so the first new thing that I bought from Ulta in America, most of the stuff is from Ulta from America, by the way, so I'll probably be saying that a lot in this video. I'm just going to put some chapstick on this Nivea one. But I got 2 new like foundations slash BB creams. I got the Makeup Forever HD foundation, however I am going to do like a full first impressions video like dedicated to that one, so I didn't want to include it in this video. I also got the Maybelline Dream Pure BB Cream, so I think for today this is the foundation I'm going to use. So let's just go ahead and put some of it on. I'm kind of hoping that it gives good coverage because I want a full coverage look with this, or a full coverage look today, and I'm hoping it matches me. It's looking a little yellow, but I am neutral, so I can sometimes pull off like really warm foundations. Well, not really warm foundations, but like foundations that have like a little bit of that yellowness to it. And just put some on my neck. And then I'm going to just go ahead and blend it out. Yeah, so it's definitely not like good coverage, but it's a BB cream, so it's not really supposed to be. By the way, I think I messed up my F80 brush. I think the past few times I've washed it, I put too much oil. And for some reason, the bristles are shedding like crazy now. So I for sure think that like the oil loosened it up. So just a little FYI, don't put too much oil when you wash your brushes. I'm probably just going to have to buy a new F80. So I'm not really liking this BB cream. It's kind of too greasy. I feel like people with dry skin would really like this, but it's not even like a comfortable greasy where I can like kind of appreciate it. It's kind of annoying. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really liking the color on me. I'm probably going to have to put a powder foundation on top and color correct it. Yeah, I'm not digging this. So the first thing I tried in this video is a womp womp for me. So the next new thing that I picked up is this new concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15. I've been like dying, so excited to try this, so I'm not even going to waste any time. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I love the consistency of it. I'm probably putting too much on, but you guys know I love to pack on my concealer. So I'm loving the consistency of it. It doesn't feel cakey, but like it still feels like, or looks kind of like full coverage. So it's actually really reminding me of like a MAC Pro Longwear, like the way that MAC Pro Longwear is so full coverage but it doesn't crease just because it's so liquidy and thin. I know usually to get a full coverage you need to get more of a thicker consistency, but MAC Pro Longwear kind of masters the art of having full coverage and still like liquidy texture so that it doesn't crease, because thicker ones crease a lot, right? So I feel like this is kind of doing the same thing. Like it gives such great coverage. Wow, I actually really like the concealer, but I hate the BB cream. Like I won't be using this ever again, I doubt it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some of my MAC Studio Fix powder foundation on just to really like mattify my face again and kind of like fix the color. Although putting the powder on top might actually just make the BB cream look darker, but it's all good. I'll just have to like put some on my neck too. I had to just turn down the brightness. Okay, so I'm still, like the color is just kind of weird. It's a little bit too dark for me. But I feel like the lighter shade would have been too light. So the next item is bronzer, of course. I have to bronze and warm up my face. I did get 2 new bronzers. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, but I got the Too Faced Chocolate Milk Chocolate and the NYX Matte Bronzer in medium. I'm feeling like I might try the Milk Chocolate. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up my F30 by Sigma. Just bronze up my cheeks. I'm not going to bronze too much because it'll just make me look darker. So I really like this bronzer for me. I really, really, really like it. I feel like it looks really good because the chocolate medium deep one is way like too deep for me to like bronze with. I can totally contour with it, but I can't bronze with it. I actually really, really like the way that bronzes my face. I actually really like it. So the next new thing is another new bronzer, but this one's more of like a contouring shade. This is actually by Vasanti. Vasanti is a Canadian high-end makeup brand. This is the Brazilian bronzer. I absolutely like, look at that shade. It looks gorgeous. Of course, it's like extremely dark for me, which is why I'm only going to use it to contour. So I'm going to take my RC Cosmetics brush and just kind of make a little bit more of that sharper contour. And I absolutely love that shade. I feel like I actually really like the way this one looks on me. Because I find that when you have fair skin, like it's so hard to find like a really good bronzing and contouring shade. So I'm actually happy that I enjoy these two new ones. So I don't have any idea what makeup look I'm going for, by the way. For today, I'm just kind of like winging it. I just threw on a little bit of blush. This is the LA Colors Mineral Brush. It's not a new product. Blush, it's not a new product. I haven't purchased a new highlighter either, so for highlight, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Vasanti See the Light Powder Highlighter Duo in the shade Golden Child. And I totally just realized that I never set my under eye concealer, so I'm going to go ahead and use my new under eye setting brush by Real Techniques. This is actually called the setting brush. And I'm going to take my Hard Candy Moon Glow Luminizing powder. This is like in a really like yellowy toned shade. I'm just going to pack that on my brush and set my under eye. This is just going to help like highlight just because of that yellow undertone. So I love this this brush for setting just because it fits perfectly underneath your eye, so I'm actually loving this. I like when I do these Get Ready With Me First Impression editions, and I actually love the products because when you hate it, it kind of sucks because you're already wearing the product and it's just like, you want to take it off, like kind of how I'm feeling about this BB cream at the moment. Not digging it, guys. Okay, so now that my face is done, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I don't want to make this video long because I know it's already going to be long since I'm doing like first impressions. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera. I know some of you guys want me to start doing them on camera, which I will, but I do have a full like eyebrow tutorial. I will link that down below for you guys if you're interested in checking it out. I'm not going to be using any new products, so it's nothing too exciting. I'm still just going to use my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade dark brown. So I'll go ahead and be right back when my brows are done. So my brows are done, and now it's on to shadows. When it comes to shadows, I actually did get a new eyeshadow palette, and if you watched my Huge American haul, you know that I got the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm so excited, but I am not going to be using it in this Get Ready With Me First Impressions edition, just because I think I want to do like a whole Get Ready With Me video dedicated to that. So I'll do like a Get Ready With Me Lorac Pro palette tutorial, just so that I can have like a whole video dedicated to that and the Makeup Forever HD foundation. So I still did get some new eyeshadows though that I think I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of create a random look with this. With these shadows. So I did pick up some new NYX shadows, and I also did pick up some new Essence eyeshadows that are honestly, all of these are such amazing quality for the price. Now, because I am just going to be doing a look kind of with whatever I see here, I'm just going to put on whatever comes to mind, nothing like that I have in my head. I know a lot of you guys want me to kind of step out of my comfort zone and not only do kind of neutral eye looks, and I understand that, which is why I am going to be doing tutorials that are different, but because this is just like a Get Ready With Me First Impressions edition, I'm just going to kind of do whatever shade that I have here, which are mostly neutral tones. So this isn't going to be like a totally different eye look. I'm just going to be kind of winging it and seeing what kind of comes up. I don't know, we'll see what I come up with. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, to be quite honest with you, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and like wing it. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. A good little tip is when I prime my eyes with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, I actually use my finger to outline my brows as well and kind of clean it up. So I just go ahead right under it and like sweep under it. I don't think I mentioned that in my brow tutorial, but I noticed that like that's the trick that I like to use lately, so just a little bit of a tip. So this isn't a new shadow, but something I'm going to just do is use this Wet n Wild shadow in the color Brûlée, Creme Brûlée, or no, it's just, yeah, it's called Brûlée / Creme Brûlée. And I'm just going to take that on a really big fluffy brush and just put that all over my eyelid. I find that doing this really helps, like having a base, like a shadow as a base, really helps any shadow you put on top of it blend like a dream. I think I'm going to use this really pretty like taupe, but it has like a bit of a copper tone to it, so it makes me feel comfortable still because I'm not too much of a taupey type of girl. So as you can see, that is just such like a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going to take that same shade Brûlée. It's not going to give me any color at all, but it's just going to help blend. So I'm going to take that and just work that into the crease because it's going to take that lid shade and make sure there's not any harsh lines for when I actually put my crease shade in. But for my crease, I'm just going to go ahead and fluff around Dance the Tides by NYX. This is such a gorgeous, like, saddle brown shade. I'm not even sure if all of these shades are going to look good together, honestly. I don't even know at this point. But I'm kind of just, like, winging this look, so don't mind me. But I'm just going to take a little bit of that. It is kind of orangey, so I'm going to mix it in with Underneath It All by NYX. And I'm just going to put that in my crease. It's not coming off too pigmented just because I'm doing it so lightly because I don't want the orangey from Dance the Tides to come out too much. So I think I'm just going to switch and use Underneath It All instead, which is just more of like a matte, like taupey brown. And you can see that's really pigmented and like just so easily blended out. I'm going to be switching to my F35 brush, taking some of that and putting it right into the crease. So just to clean up these outer edges here, make them a little bit sharper, I'm just going to take a clean small kabuki brush and just run it by. And then I'll go ahead and take a little bit of MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Just put that there just to kind of clean it up. So of course some of the shadow was covered from the crease shade, so I'm going to take some of that, did I even read out the name of this? I didn't. This is called Party All Night by Essence. So I'm going to take some of that again and put that on top. And then I'm going to take my finger and take some of this sparkly Starlight shadow by Essence. And this just has fine specks of glitter in it. And I'm just going to take that and put it right in the middle of my lid. And as you can see, it's just so pigmented. I'm just going to kind of blend that out by patting this brush on top of it, going into the crease. I'm going to go ahead and take that same crease shade Underneath It All, take my pencil brush and just put that on the lower lash line. For liner, I'm going to use my trusty L'Oreal Lineur liner. I didn't really get any new eyeliner just because this is like my holy grail, so I'm going to go ahead and do a pretty dramatic liner, I think. Okay, so now that my winged liner is done, I'm going to go ahead and put some liner in my waterline. I'm going to use this black Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer by Rimmel London, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my waterline. So I'm actually really impressed with this liner, by the way. You know when sometimes you put liner on your tight line and it doesn't really show up just because it's so watery? This one actually shows up and I think it's like $5, so I'm actually really impressed with that. And I'm just going to smudge it out with my pencil brush by Sigma. And for mascara, I'm going to go ahead and use my Too Faced Better Than Sex and my Benefit They're Real mascara. These aren't new in my collection, but I've just been using these sample sizes, and finally I got the full size, so they're kind of new in a way. I'm just really excited to actually have like the full size product. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Okay, so now that the eyes are completely done, for the lips, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do nude because I actually picked up this Essence nude liner in the nude, and I really like this color. It is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm going to use that. And I also picked up some NYX soft matte lip creams when I was in America. I picked up 3 shades, one coral, 1 pink, and 1 nude. Just going to go ahead and use the nude because I did kind of like a taupey eye, so I don't want to do like pink lips and I don't want it to be too much. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. So this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Caro or Cairo. I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that on. It's a really nice like light nude shade. So I really love the texture of this. First of all, it's super thin. Like, it's not thick feeling, but it's not an uncomfortable thin. And it's so soft. Okay, so that is pretty much it. That is the completed look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions edition of a Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. I know you guys loved my last one and the one before that. So I know this is something you guys really like. So I figured what better time to do it than with all the stuff that I got in America. Like, thumbs up this video if you want me to kind of keep doing these types of videos, because it just lets me know that you guys are still interested in them. So yeah, don't forget to like, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll of course see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah. So this is what the box looks like when you first open it